The Ford Mustang GT doesn't arrive quietly. It announces itself before you even see it. From the moment the engine comes to life, there's a sense of attitude, a sense of rebellion that modern cars have slowly lost. The Mustang GT isn't trying to be subtle, and it doesn't care if everyone approves. It exists for one reason: to make driving feel emotional again. Look at the design, and you immediately understand what this car represents. The long hood stretches forward with confidence, almost daring you to push it harder. The front fascia is aggressive, wide, and unapologetic. The headlights feel sharp and focused, giving the Mustang a stare that looks ready for action even when standing still. From the side, the proportions are classic muscle. Short rear, long front, wide body. This is not a car shaped by wind tunnels alone, it's shaped by heritage. The wheels fill the arches perfectly, giving the car a planted, powerful stance. Every angle reminds you that this car was built around an engine first, and everything else came after. At the rear, the iconic triple taillights instantly connect this modern Mustang to its history. It doesn't matter how many generations pass, one look is enough to know exactly what it is. The Mustang GT carries decades of identity, and it wears it with pride. Step inside, and the atmosphere changes again. The cabin doesn't try to feel like a luxury lounge. It feels like a cockpit. The seating position is low, wrapping you into the car instead of placing you above it. You feel connected, engaged, and ready. The dashboard layout is driver-focused, with controls angled toward you, reinforcing the idea that this car exists for the person behind the wheel. Materials inside are solid and functional. You get modern screens, digital displays, and enough technology to feel current, but nothing feels overdone. The Mustang GT doesn't overwhelm you with unnecessary features. It keeps the focus where it belongs, on driving. And then you press the start button. The V8 comes alive with a deep, unmistakable sound that instantly separates this car from almost everything else on the road. This isn't artificial noise pumped through speakers. This is real mechanical sound. Raw, loud, emotional. As you start driving, the personality of the Mustang GT becomes clear immediately. Acceleration is strong, direct, and aggressive. The car doesn't ease into speed, it demands it. Every press of the throttle reminds you why V8 engines still matter. The response is instant, and the sound alone is enough to make every drive feel special. On straight roads, the Mustang GT feels powerful and confident. It pulls hard, and it keeps pulling. The power delivery feels old school in the best way, linear, physical, and exciting. This is not silent speed. This is speed you can feel in your chest. But this is where honesty matters. The Mustang GT is not a perfect car. It never pretended to be. In corners, you feel the weight. This is a muscle car, not a lightweight sports car. The steering is good, but not razor sharp. You need respect and control, especially when pushing hard. This car rewards skilled driving, but it will punish carelessness. Ride comfort is firm. You feel the road. Sometimes that's exciting, sometimes it's tiring. This is not a car designed to isolate you from the world. It keeps you involved, whether you want it or not. Fuel consumption is heavy. There's no avoiding that truth. A naturally aspirated V8 demands fuel, and the Mustang GT is not interested in saving it. In city driving, the fuel gauge drops faster than many new buyers expect. This is the price of real performance. Maintenance is another reality people ignore. While the Mustang GT is relatively simple compared to European performance cars, tires, brakes, and fuel costs add up quickly if you drive it the way it's meant to be driven. This is not a cheap car to enjoy properly. Interior practicality is also limited. Rear seats exist, but they're not designed for adults on long journeys. Storage space is usable, but not generous. This car prioritizes driving experience over everyday convenience. And that's exactly the point. The Ford Mustang GT is not trying to be an all-rounder. It's not trying to compete with luxury sedans or refined sports coupes. It exists in its own lane, driven by emotion rather than logic. This is a car you buy because you love driving. Because you love sound, power, and presence. Because you want a machine that feels alive every time you turn the key. But if you're looking for comfort, efficiency, or subtlety, this is the wrong choice. The Mustang GT doesn't whisper refinement. It shouts personality. In traffic, it turns heads without trying. At a standstill, it feels like it's holding back energy. On open roads, it finally gets to breathe. This car isn't about numbers on paper, it's about how it makes you feel in the moment. And that's why the Mustang GT still matters today. In a world moving toward silence, electrification, and efficiency, the Mustang GT stands as a reminder of what driving used to feel like. Loud engines, mechanical feedback, emotional connection. But this car demands honesty from its buyer. If you buy it for status, you'll get bored. If you buy it for comfort, you'll complain. If you buy it without respecting its power, it will humble you. But if you buy it for passion, the Mustang GT will reward you every single day. This car is for drivers who understand that perfection is overrated, that flaws can add character, that excitement sometimes matters more than convenience. Before choosing a Ford Mustang GT, ask yourself one simple question. Do you want a car that makes sense? Or a car that makes you feel alive? Because the Mustang GT doesn't promise efficiency, luxury, or practicality. It promises emotion, and in today's automotive world, that promise is becoming rare. If you want real car reviews without marketing noise, without fake hype, and without sugarcoating, subscribe to the channel. Real car truth. No filters. No apologies.